This is Kirsten from I Know What's Up, and this is going to be a very different video. You're going to see a different side of me. This is about toxic people, and if you allow them in, the powerful impact that they can have on your life. So I'm going to share as much as I can without sharing too much, because there's repercussions for that. But I hope you'll tune in and watch and accept the vulnerability that I'm sharing with you here. I've been on a high for a while because I've been so unhappy for so long. And I'm just trying to find my happiness and express it and get out there and enjoy and live life. And because I have so many amazing people in my life who just love me for being me, and I'm allowed to love and be myself with. And when you have that, it's so easy to see the toxic. So, and maybe even more poignant. But I'll share with you a little bit my thoughts on it, what happened and my thoughts on it. And I'm not gonna deny that I'm still in the process of working through it. So I'm sure that there are many of you out there who struggle with toxic relationships, and I'm hoping maybe I can offer some advice that will help you. So I'm very scared to put this out because it's so vulnerable and raw. But I'm not putting it out for you to feel bad for me or it's not about me, it's about maybe I can help somebody, because I've learned a lot along the way. But this week, in talking to this person, they brought this situation up and tried to convince me that their theories about it is right, and would not accept what I had to say about it, and then totally Jekyll and Hyde on me, and it's really hard not to say who this person is and really make this story make sense. But essentially this is really hard. It's my mom, and she said to me that after she tried to convince me that something was my fault, that I favored one child over another, which I didn't. And I tried to explain to her that I'm a homeschooling mom, and I had one getting ready in high school, getting ready for college, and I took homeschooling super serious. And I'm not saying I was the best homeschooler, but I really tried to pull together and get them in college ready. And so it involved, getting her ready to be accepted to college, and there was a 4-year gap between my two children. And sorry, it's hard to tell this story without giving you some information. And I promise you, when my other daughter was ready for college, she got the same focus. But my oldest was an equestrian, and I had to drive her back and forth an hour each way to meet with the equestrian coach and twice a week, and I did whatever I had to do for her. And then when my youngest came up, she was really involved in theater and so good, such a talent. Both my girls were amazing, and I really enjoyed that. But basically my mom was accusing me of favoring one over the other, and that's why the other one struggled. And it wasn't true. I love both my children. You deal with them differently because they're different personalities. So then she brought up that I used to always accuse her as a child of favoring my younger sister over me. And I shut it right down, and I said, I was a child. What does a child know or think? But irregardless, to take the most painful situation in my life and try to blame me and manipulate. It's not that I didn't feel some responsibility. Of course I did. I took that on all by myself without anyone trying to convince me otherwise. I knew that I needed to help my child, and I wasn't giving her what she needed. But to have your mom, who isn't really that close to your kids anyways, and see, one of the things she did was to call me after she found out and pretend she had a dream, and could she take my child for a while and help. And it was just, it was extraordinary. But I think what's so painful about this is to try and manipulate me. It's just such a betrayal to me. And I'm just at a loss. I'm at a loss of how to go forward, like, sometimes. But I think I'll just write and not get into conversations, because for the last few days since that conversation, I've been struggling. And wouldn't you know it, that life comes around and slaps you in the face a few times when you're down, and kicks you when you're down. And I've had a couple other encounters that kind of hurt. People that I feel are disrespectful and demeaning to me and don't see my value. And when you have really solid relationships with people who do see your value and love you for just who you are, it's easy to recognize. So basically what I want to say is, sometimes toxic people come into your life and you really don't have control over certain relationships because they're significant, not by choice, but they are. And so you have to find ways to self-protect and preserve yourself from them. But for those relationships that are toxic, that you don't have to deal with, you remove them. And I've done a little bit of that. It's not easy. And part about being out here and expressing myself, maybe in some odd and weird ways sometimes, or it's just me trying to be happy because I've been unhappy for so long. It's just me trying to find myself and heal. And So what I've learned and what I'm trying to learn now, because things teach you, people teach you about you. So you can become the victim and boo-hoo, and I'm probably a little bit there right now, but I will overcome and I will conquer this. But the point is, don't stay in that victim. Feel your emotions. Let them tell you something about yourself. And the information I get here is I have some healing to do. I have some emotional healing to do. And you can't just pack it away. Think that you're okay because, and that's the thing, like, this shows me that I've got to face this. I've got to feel it. I've got to partly be open about it and be, maybe this vulnerability will help me, heal. And then I've got to come up with solutions on how to continue a relationship. And on any of the toxic relationships that come up in my life now, I'm better equipped anyways. But if they're not somebody that I feel is worthy, they just go. And I've done it before. And if I think you're worthy, I'll try to work through it with you and talk to you. But if it's clear to me that it's not, then you gotta go. I just can't allow you to take up space in my head. And that's the advice I have, if I'm an empathetic person, and toxic people can just pick me right out of a lineup. And they think that they can have their way, but no, you can't. And I think you need to practice being strong and eliminating. And when you do it once, then the next time gets easier, and the next time gets easier, because frankly, there's just a lot of toxic people out there. And they can really slow you down. And I've got things I want to do, places I want to be, dreams, and I'm not going to let anybody rob me of that. And you shouldn't either. So my best advice would be to find strategies to deal with toxic people that you cannot eliminate. And that may be somebody at your work or somebody wherever that you will run into from time to time. Just limit your encounters. Keep it pleasant. Hellos, goodbyes, but don't give them any rope. Don't give them any room in your life. And for those that you don't really have to do much with, you just eliminate them. They go. Don't waste your time. And you don't need these people, because every moment you spend on these kind of people, you're robbing yourself of the amazing people out there who are going to value and acknowledge and love you and validate you. And as you start to get stronger at eliminating and protecting yourself, you're going to draw amazing people into your life. It's not saying that you're not going to run into these people and you're not going to make mistakes and you're not going to maybe let a door open, but you can close it anytime you want. And you know, frankly, if you look back, say you've opened a door to somebody and now you have to close it. If you look back, you to yourself that you saw the signs that this person is wasn't right. You'll know. So I would say that if you're struggling, instead of shoving things down, just feel it. Just cry. Just really feel it. It's healing to let that go and express it and grieve it. And as hokey as it sounds, that if this is something like from your childhood, then you adult, you comfort that child who never got what she needed. You love her. You be strong for her. Because the alternative is just paralyzation. Really. And I've done that for years, and I don't want to do it anymore. And I just want to be free to express myself, and that just doesn't mean these videos. It means politically. It means in any way I want. I want to express myself. I want to have my views, and I've had people try to shut me down because I have a political view, and I'm just not having it. And I have to be willing to lose or sacrifice important relationships. And so do you, if you're trying to eliminate. So, I hope this gives you some insight. And I wish you happy healing. And I promise you that these toxic people don't really give a shit who comes and goes. There's always somebody. But I hate saying that because I don't want them to have anybody to hurt and harm. So if you're one of those people who just has many toxic encounters and relationships, you really have to kind of do a self-check and an inward look, and you have to ask yourself, well, why? What am I doing to attract this, and what can I do to stop it? You've got to ask the right questions, and you've got to make it about empowerment and change and not victim. You've got to make it about this is happening to you, you are happening to it. Because life is your teacher. Life is if you let it be, it's your growth. You can either just stay here, move along life, just even keel, unhappy, whatever, or you can just go for what you want and stop caring what others think of you. Do what makes you happy. Dress the way you want to dress. Talk about what you want to talk about. Eat the way you want to eat. Yeah. So I hope this resonates with somebody out there, and that if you're struggling, you're not alone. I'm struggling, but I know I'm going to overcome, and I am overcoming, and I'm going to be better for my experiences. I'm strong and powerful and amazing and beautiful, and I have a lot to offer, and I'm willing to just show you who I am authentically and be vulnerable. And I'm comfortable in my own skin. So, and I think that any of us can be like that. So I hope this helps. I love you, and I thank you for watching and letting me share a very deep, emotional thing. And God bless you. I hope you have a wonderful day. It's beautiful out. The sun's come out these last couple days. It makes me happy, and I feel very grateful and very blessed on so many levels, even for the people who hurt me, because it teaches me what I don't want, what I do want. So it's gonna be okay, I promise. Don't give up the fight. Don't stop loving yourself. Don't stop trying and trusting and believing in people. And if they just let you down, just swipe left or right or whatever. I don't know which way you go, because I don't do dating apps because I'm not dating. But just, I hope you get the point. Hi, I'm Kirsten from I Know What's Up, and I started a journey a few months ago of self-exploration, reflection, healing, and self-love. And I decided to share that journey, and it's been life transforming for me. I've allowed and explored my creativity. I've allowed myself to be vulnerable, and through that process, it's strengthened me so much. I know many of you out there are struggling, especially right now. And I want you to know that change is possible, and you're the key to that change. So think about starting a life transformation process today. Never give up. Surround yourself with the most amazing people that you look up to and who accept you as you are. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. And I'll see you on the happy and the very healthy side of life. Thank you for watching.